Düsseldorf. So last week, while it didn't get the level of headlines, it will ultimately have a much more important impact, was Infrastructure Week, focusing on the commitment to rebuild this country, rebuild rural locations which have fallen into great disrepair, repair our waterways, air traffic control. So there were a series of very important and big and far-reaching initiatives on infrastructure. This coming week is about workforce development. So with all the noise, with all the intensity that of the media coverage and obviously what makes headlines, sure. Ultimately we're really focused on why the American people elected Donald Trump as their president and
jobs,
implementing that plan.
Jobs. And that's why you, your dad, Secretary of Labor, you're going to Wisconsin tomorrow to meet with kids that are taking classes at the technical.
We're visiting one of the great examples of skill-based learning and skills-based education, a technical school in Wisconsin, which we're very excited about, to talk about the skills gap and to really highlight the fact that there is a viable path other than a four-year college experience. So really investing in vocational education, skill-based training. There are 6 million available American jobs. So we're constantly hearing from CEOs that they have job openings, but they don't have workers with the skill set they need to fill those jobs.
Right.
So really bridging that gap and bringing experience-based education to the forefront. So apprenticeship. Actually, that's the model. He knows it very well, and it's worked throughout the world, and it's something we've de-emphasized here in favor of four-year traditional college, but they don't have to be mutually exclusive.
And as somebody who's run her own business, this is something personal to you, because I'm sure there have been situations where we love to hire people, but we can't find the people who have the right skill sets.
It's true, and while it's not a woman's issue, it disproportionately affects women and minorities, especially when you think out into the future, where the available jobs today and the future jobs are coming from. A lot of them are in STEM-related fields, so science, engineering,
so
computer science.
Train them today for the jobs of tomorrow.
Well, women are, for example, while we represent 47% of the overall workforce, we only make up 23% of STEM-related occupations. So we're moving in the wrong direction in terms of our participation, and that's something ultimately we need to change. Right. We'll encourage at K through 12, but also retraining for workers whose jobs have been displaced. So we have a huge emphasis on it this week, and it's critically important, and I think we can make a very big impact.
But not only that this week for the administration, but in your book, you put your money where your mouth is. You have women who work out there, breaks down this whole issue, especially from the female perspective, because you've gotten a real handle on it. In the big picture, the 62% of the workforce that's working is more important than the unemployment number, perhaps, because a lot of people can work. They can't find a job that matches up with their skills. In some cases, they choose not to work.
Yeah, and we need the full participation. So many people are also working jobs that are part-time. And it's an enormous problem in this country, the number of part-time workers who are working 2 and 3 jobs that collectively they're making less than when they worked one job that's been replaced, and they don't have access to leave, to vacation, to holidays, to traditional benefits. So that's another problem that we're very much looking to address.
So this week, the